Yeah, let
I
me
mean,
see.
usually,
I gotta start recording it. Hold on.
yeah,
Uh,
usually, okay.
yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, cool. So yeah, usually this is at 8 o'clock, but instead we're doing it at 9 from now on. Going forward, every Wednesday we're going to do this alongside, the Sunday Market Blitz. So let's get right into it.
Yeah,
No, I did
guys.
not
Just
hear
to, I'm
about.
just gonna go over a few things here. Just to reiterate, the people that are in the signals this week, the free signals, at the end of the week, you're going to be removed automatically. So if you are doing the trial, you won't automatically be billed. You'll just be removed at the end of the week. Telegram will remove you. It's a nice feature there. So everyone that's in there, things are popping right now. That chat as well that everyone's in, that we've been all talking in, that chat is you'll be removed from that as well. So the free trial, again, it lasts until I believe Sunday. So yeah, at the end of it, we'll go over more at the end of the week. There'll be a special discount for people that want to continue and join, and everything like that. For people that are new, that are just joining, that are new to Forex League, we've got a couple different places where you guys should be at right now. One of them is in the Telegram. So I'm just gonna show you real quick, kind of what's going on in here. We've got a couple chats. One of them is the premium signals, which is obviously where we're giving trades out during the day. And then the main one is just the Forex League Telegram chat. Obviously, a lot of messages are coming in here. We give free analysis every day. Like Nick said, we're going to be doing these free live calls on Wednesdays and Sundays. We've been doing them for literally years, like a year and a half now, every single week. So if you guys want to hop on to the next call, it'll be on Sunday. And we're just going to go over all the trades that me and Nick are looking at potentially for today. Nick's going to start it off. He's going to go over a bunch of trades or pairs that he looks at. I'm going to go over a bunch of pairs that I look at. And if there's any signals, we'll put them out. If you guys have any questions during the session, just throw it in the chat. If you guys have any questions, and we'll pause and, do that. There is a giveaway going on right now. So we got a lot of people in here. So I want to make sure you guys all understand what it is. If you scroll up in the Telegram, there's a bunch of messages about it. But if you scroll up, we're doing this giveaway. This is one of our members. Just go and follow his profile. And you guys qualify for the giveaway. He actually is one of the original people that bought our course. And if we go to the website here, just gonna pull it up in a second. We're just showing him some love right now. We got a bunch of people. I think over like 150 people already followed him. If you go to our website, it's actually this guy right here. He followed us a long time ago. He's from Greece, and he kills it. He only trades GA, mainly. And so go show this guy some love. Go shoot him a follow if you guys want to get in. On there. You heard about the new government in Italy. Man, the mafia runs Italy, bro. That's it.
Yeah, it's essentially the start and the end of it, right?
That's it. All right, so I'm gonna pass it over to Nick. He's gonna get into, the charts. That's why we're here, guys. We'll get right into it. Here we go.
That's right. All right, so I'm going to share here. We're going to start off on DXY, and I'm going to just tear through some pairs here, and then Angela's going to do the same. All right, and then we're going to talk to you guys at the end about some stuff, answer some questions, and so on. So
game at the end. Stick around.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always a joke at the end. So yeah, definitely stick around. That's where it gets good, right?
So the magic happens.
So all right, so we're going to start off on DXY, daily time frame to start. And I'm going to start on the daily time frame for every pair that I go through, just to understand the higher time frame trend, right? So I want to know where the market's been, where it could potentially go, what the overall sentiment is, and then, drop time frames and make some more analysis and trade ideas based on that. Okay, so DXY has been bearish for quite a while, on this daily time frame at least. We can see that we started getting transitions back here, major bearish transitions back in June. We broke major levels of support, tested as resistance, started printing lower highs and lower lows. And then we have this huge, bearish trend now. Okay, so the most significant level that we broke recently was 91.5, a nice monthly zone. So we are currently testing this zone as resistance now. So really how this reacts, how price action reacts at this zone is going to determine a lot for us. Either it's going to reject and continue with the overall bearish trend, or we're going to start seeing, a transition here, and we could start seeing more bullish volume, where we would start considering, more bullish movement on lower time frames, and potentially even this daily into the long term. So again, this is just the key zone. Overall on this time frame, it's very bearish. So let's go right to the 4-hour and see what kind of trade scenarios we can spot. Okay, so we can see that we were clearly very bearish. This was that level that we just talked about that was broken. Huge bearish channel had formed. We did get a transition here, right? These lower highs were broken. Price action moved above it, confirmed some higher lows, and confirmed support right here at 90.15. Okay, so on the 4-hour, we're bullish. Daily, we're bearish. Okay, so what's this 4-hour trend doing? It looks like it's coming back to test this monthly, right? We're going for a retest. We do have a very strong bullish channel here after a little bit of consolidation had happened. We did break out. We did push up into this monthly. So from here, either this is going to continue in this little 4-hour trend, right? We could see a little pullback, and then we're going to target back up towards this monthly zone right here, or we want to wait for this to kind of break out. So this could kind of push higher. Let me just clean this up actually. So ideally, I'd be looking for shorts once we get a new higher low, or this zone right here when we break this zone. And what I mean by higher low, so like if we see a higher low form right here, this would become new support. I just want to see a higher low broken. So this is the most significant zone that would give me confidence in changing my trend right back to bearish here on the 4-hour. I would just need to see a break of this support, or again, if there was a higher low, let's say formed at this zone, a little more of a significant zone had formed right here. We just look for a break and retest of that, right? So that would then confirm rejection of this monthly, and then we could potentially look for that next bearish leg. Okay, so for right now, just this zone is really the key zone. We are primarily bullish on the 4-hour, so more short-term price action. We should expect bullishness the rest of today and maybe tomorrow. But again, you know, if it does show a large reversal from this area, we're looking for these, you know, transitions on the 1-hour, the 4-hour to really, you know, catch this next bearish leg again into the continuation. So that's DXY for now. Definitely at an interesting spot. But yeah, I mean, anyone who's been trading in USD pair has noticed that this has been bullish since, you know, the end of January here. Okay, so that is DXY. Let's move on to AU. Now, with that bearish trend in mind on the 4-hour, right, we should expect a little bit of bearishness here on AU. So if the US dollar was bullish, we'll see AU relatively be bearish, okay, because they do share an inverse correlation. And obviously, the US dollar is the driving factor here, especially as we just covered on DXY. So first thing we want to do on AU here is understand the overall trend, right? Daily time frame, very bullish, clear as day, right? We broke above this weekly, got a higher low, nice double top, then a huge, you know, bullish trend had presented itself, a very strong trend, right? Moved above this weekly, then we started consolidating around 0.78 area. Okay, and then it started reversing from there. So overall, we're still very much bullish. Let's go to the 4-hour and come up with some trade scenarios, see what we could spot, right? Okay, so very bullish, supporting trend line right there. We did make a high, and then we started consolidating. So this consolidation is actually a pattern. It's like a descending triangle, right? Key support right here, lower highs leading up to that point. We finally broke out of this pattern. Once
what is this, AU right now?
Yeah. Yeah, once
this thing looks like it's gonna fucking dump.
I know. This is a trade that's like damn close, guys, but we're gonna get to that in a second. There's just a shitload of dojis. But anyway, this pattern was broken when 0.768 was broken. Very clear bearish volume, kind of rocketed right through that level, hit support 0.76, came back up, retested, and then gave us tons of, you know, other confirmations, lower highs that push price action lower. Okay, so currently we're at 0.76. We did get a push below, but this is the part where we want to confirm this break with a lower high. And that's exactly what we're waiting for right now. This would be absolutely ideal. If we got a little bit of rejection, nice entry opportunity here. And then we're going to target down towards negative fib levels and key support. So I'm actually going to go to the 1-hour here to show you guys a little more closely what we can expect out of AU. Okay, wow, this thing is looking great right now. All right, so honestly, couple confirmations away from an entry here. Ideally, I would like to see this. I would like to see a bearish variation through the MAs, preferably. So to be safe, I'm going to say this right here. I want to see price action get below this right here, this level. I'm going to make this blue, 0.7605. Okay, essentially this weekly level right here. I just want to see a bearish engulfing through that. Something to give me confidence and conviction, obviously. I want to see a lower high, some sort of quick break, retest, wick, whatever. Just some sort of conviction, some sort of bearish variation to enter on through the MAs. More confluence, the better. Okay, so this would be our trade right here. And then we're going to target down towards, again, negative fib levels and key support. This one being 0.7525. Okay, so this is going to be about 70 pips, risking 35 to get 70. A nice 2-to-1 risk reward. Nothing crazy. Pretty textbook. And that's really it right there. That's what it's about. Catching a trade like this. Nice, clean setup. Let's go to the 4-hour, double check our work.
Nice clean setup. Nice, went through the rinse cycle. This thing's ready.
Yeah, this thing is ready to go, guys. We hit it with a little bit of tide. This thing it's clean and ready to drop. All right. All right, so yeah, that's it right now. We're bearish as hell on AU. Again, for the sake of analysis, I'll give you guys kind of the layout here for a bullish scenario. What needs to happen? Essentially, we need to see some higher lows above 0.76. Let me get rid of these fibs for now. Essentially, we need to see some higher lows above this level here, this weekly. But even then, even if we did get a higher low, it's not really bullish in terms of even this 4-hour. Like, we want to get above 0.768 for it to be a real, change of trend back to bullish. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't take a long opportunity here. By all means, if you see, the right setup, if you get the most perfect higher low ever, enter on that, target up to this level, key resistance, just play it logically, guys. Don't be taking a 70 pip range right there. So that could be a nice little trade. Again, it depends on the confirmation and how it plays out. But this could be a long opportunity, a little more risky. And then the more conservative long entry, obviously, would be up here once we get a much larger break, because this is the more significant zone here, 0.768, clearly, right? All right, so for now, until we see all this kind of happen, there's a lot. This pair has to prove itself to really, change our mind on sentiment here for us to go long anyway. So we'll be looking for these shorts in the meantime. Okay, as long as price action, holds this channel, holds this bearish trend, we're looking for shorts, and it's pretty straightforward from that. So that's AU. Let's move on to AJ, which is going to be pretty similar in terms of higher time frame trend anyway. So let's go to the daily on the AJ here. Overall, very bullish, right? Much like AU. Clear transition here. Nice rally. So again, some higher lows. We consolidated in here for a while. Then we finally broke 765, key monthly resistance. And then we just held a very strong bullish channel, right? So broke through another level of resistance at 79 flat. We're kind of holding above that. We did test it quickly here on the initial break, and then once more with a long wick. So we are just consolidating right now. Okay, overall very bullish. Let's go to the 4-hour and see what kind of trade scenarios we could spot. Okay, so overall very bullish. So we do want to favor the bullish trend, right? Ideally, that's where we'll find the largest moves if we do see a significant break, playing into that higher time frame trend. So that would be nice. Obviously, we want to catch a long opportunity on a break of this. This would be a nice transition, nice play into the daily bullish trend. Could catch a nice long into a negative fib level up here, all the way near 81.5. Okay, so good potential there. However, it does need to break back above 80.25. As long as it remains in this range here, I'm not really interested, because technically on the 4-hour, right, this is a 4-hour high or low. We broke that. This is a set of lower highs. So technically, the 4-hour is bearish, while the daily is bullish. So this would be a really nice transition and entry opportunity if we did break and confirm above 80.25. Finally, we'll get that higher low, and then a good trade setup. So we're waiting for that. I mean, this thing is just kind of flatlining right now. Let's see how big this range is. It's actually about 50 pips. So those of you that are a little more risky, have a bigger appetite, you could have been trading this range. That is definitely possible.
Look at this range, guys. If this thing comes back into that 82.50, just take a sell for the sake of your account. Just
Right.
sell. Just until it breaks out of the range, just look for nice entries at the highs and entries at the lows, because this is clearly stuck in this
Yes,
consolidation.
absolutely. And why not capitalize on it if you can. It's a 50 pip range. It's good enough. AJ's really got an interesting opportunity here. So that's one way to do it. If you want to cover more of just the trend trading, we're going to wait for this higher low, or right, if this does continue with this 4-hour bearish trend, what do we need to see to make a real nice, comfortable short position? A lower high below 79.6 right here, right, which is the support for this range. So honestly, a break of that to the downside, then we could consider some shorts, target major levels of support, and then take it from there. All right, so that's AJ. For the time being, we're in a range, and then ideally we're favoring this long opportunity, but we'll see. So that's AJ. Let's move on to our next pair, UJ. Okay, this one's interesting, a bit overextended, but we'll get to that in a second. 4-hour to start. Okay, what is the overall trend here on the daily? Very bearish, has been for quite a while. And even though, despite this recent bullish volume, we are still technically bearish. The 200 EMA is still very much pointing down. We're not even at that point yet. We're about to test key resistance at damn near 105.5. This level we have marked right now is 105.35. So we'll see how price action reacts there in confluence with the 200 EMA. So this is going to be a pretty big area, this whole area right here. So this is going to be pretty interesting, but overall, very bearish. Let's now go to the 4-hour and check out some trade scenarios. Okay, so the 4-hour we know is bullish. We got a nice little falling wedge pattern. Well, not little, this is actually a pretty damn big falling wedge pattern. This was the pull, the pattern itself. It broke out, gave us a nice little test of 103.7, a little bit of the lower time frame flag there, and then this thing just took off, absolutely rocketed right off these MAs, tons of confluence, rocketed right through our resistance at 104.5, which is where price action is right now. This is actually looking like potentially a pattern. Let me just see real quick. I had not marked this up yet as a pattern. Let me see. This might be another wedge of some kind, something like that, right? But either way, we can clearly see that this is overextended, right? So ideally for us to continue to ride this trend, to look for long opportunities on the 4-hour, we really want to see a pullback to a fib level, right? Structure 38.2. This is the whole confluence area in here. Very nice confluence area. 104.5 fib level. These MAs are even going to play into this because this is going to pull back through the MAs. Maybe we'll consolidate, get a nice reversal, confirm higher low, push back through the MAs on some bullish variations. And that's just tons of confluence to enter on. We can catch a really nice trade right here. Actually, hold on one second. Flip this anywhere in between this zone, 104.5 and the 38.2. Okay, so we're looking for entries in there. We're going to target higher towards this level of resistance, 103 or 105.35, and then the negative 27 fib level closer to 105.6. Okay, so this is a very possible scenario right here. Would be nice to see it play out just like this. So that would be a good long opportunity. But again, let's go over both scenarios, bullish and bearish. What needs to happen for us to be bearish on UJ again, at least on this time frame? I need to see a break back below 104.5, confirm lower high below, followed by strong bearish variations, and then boom, shorten the shit out of it there, and then targeting lower down towards 103.7. Okay, so that's UJ. I mean, this thing, what a rally. I mean, we did expect this. We did have this analysis all marked up for a push, but I mean, this thing kind of exceeded expectations. I was just expecting a rally into 104.5, was expecting a little more resistance rather than this little crappy setup here. But I mean, that's what happened. It blew right through it. The dollar gained some strength, and there was no stopping it. This thing just took off.
What is this, UJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for UJ to come down.
Yeah, I think it's overextended. I think it needs to pull back, and then wherever it falls, if it stops here, maybe we'll see those long opportunities present themselves. If it crashes right through 104.5, we're back to the bears, guys, because UJ again has been very bearish on higher time frames for a very long time.
Yeah, UJ could fall out the sky here.
Yeah, it could, because again, guys, right? So again, I was only saying the daily time frame's bearish, the 4 hours bullish. And again, if we start back at the beginning of the analysis, this is still bearish all the way up into this 200 EMA, basically, up to 104, 105.4 area, this whole area in here, lining up with this prior lower high, right? So we'll see. We will see. So this kind of fits the trend for the daily, but on the 4 hour, it looks overextended, right? So, we'll see what happens. Again, 104.5 is the area to watch, guys. How it reacts here will kind of determine where it goes. All right. So that is UJ. Let's move on to EJ, and then I'm going to wrap it up with gold. All right, we're already on the daily for EJ. Overall, very bullish, guys. Has been for a while. But one thing to know about EJ, once it commits to a direction, this thing freaking goes. I mean, it took off here, gave us a higher low, took off, and really didn't see any major transition until this whole push was done. Right? We got a little bit of like a triple top, nice slow reversal. When these higher lows right here were broken at 124.75, that's when this rally ended. Right? That's when we went to the bears. This is now a bearish trend. Clearly, as you can see, this is a lower high, lower low. Then we got a transition here. And once we rallied back through 124.75, were we bullish again? Okay, so this was a huge amount of momentum that stepped into the market. We shot up to key resistance, our monthly, at 126.5. And then we got an obscene amount of consolidation. Just look at all this ranging. We're going to drop down in a second, but just insane. This weird market movement pretty much on EJ since December. So overall, very bullish. Let's go to the 4 hour now and see what trade scenarios we can come up with. Okay. All right. So here is that. Let me just cover that consolidation for you guys for a second, because it's kind of something to look at. It's kind of ridiculous. This is a huge range, right? 50 pips, just ranging nonstop. You guys could have taken trades in there. We were expecting the break. We wanted to enter on a more conservative entry. I was waiting for a confirmed higher low. We had failed attempt 1 here, failed attempt 2, and now failed attempt 3. So this thing has been quite a bitch. EJ has been super annoying. We actually thought that this was going to give us the real push once it finally pulled back, because the higher time frame was overextended. This pullback was playing into a higher time frame trend. Finally found support here, and then pushed back into this range, and then through resistance at 126.5. So we were expecting that higher low to form above 126.5, never got it. Instead, this thing just melted back into the range. So from here, we can now reset and come up with 2 trade scenarios. So clearly we're in a 4 hour bearish trend. So let's kind of mark up what has to happen for us to, take a short on this. For us to continue with this 4 hour trend, we need to see a major break of 126. Which is fine. It's a conservative entry. We want to see a break of that and then a lower high below. That would completely change our bias, be a nice transition, and then we would take a nice short down towards 124.75. So this would be a huge trade, by the way. Well over 120 pips. That'd be a nice trade. However, if we do see a bounce off 126, like so, where this 200 EMA is, like this. Whoops, why is this? There we go. And let me extend this. Okay. All right, cool. So again, guys, you could take a trade in here if you want to be a little more risky. You would just target the top of the range. This would be a great start to the trade, more or less part 1, 50 pips. And then you would continue to manage and look for the break in continuation. So yeah, two good opportunities on EJ right now. Look for probably a lower 1 hour transition to enter on this long, and then look for more of a 4 hour bearish transition to enter on short. Okay, so yeah, pretty good, pretty good on EJ. I mean, definitely some opportunity here, depending on if you like risk or not, but that's up to you. So looking pretty good on EJ, definitely some opportunity. I'm gonna wait until this range is broken personally, just because I just want to be a little more conservative today. So that's EJ. I'm gonna move on to gold now. Daily time frame to start. Very bearish on the daily. Okay, weekly and above has been very bullish. I mean, if you guys have ever looked at a gold chart, you guys know that this thing has been appreciating for quite a while. All the way back here, we started. Actually, the break was on June 2019. And then we've been bullish ever since, right? So That's more of the weekly and monthly, very, very bullish. However, the daily time frame is technically bearish, right? We had a high established over here, just above 2K, closer to 2070. Then we pulled back, we consolidated, we got a little triangle pattern. Higher lows were formed, then boom, the higher low was broken. Then we started getting lower highs. So clearly that's a change of trend, right? We're bearish on the daily. And then weekly and higher, very bullish. Okay, so we're going to look to continue with the daily bearish trend for now. So currently we broke here, lower low, lower high, lower low was finally formed at 1800, came back up to test 1930, rejected again with huge momentum. And now we are just below 1875, looking to make a play down towards 1800. So let's drop to the 4-hour and mark up some trade scenarios. All right, so here was that huge rejection, 1930, crazy bearish volume, and then we've been kind of flatlining since that. Okay, we just got below 1875, consolidating, finally came back up, hit 38.2 twice, and then didn't really give us anything. I mean, we had a good amount of momentum here, but then it just kind of flatlined. Again, it hit a little bit of support around 1830 and just stopped. So not the conviction I really wanted to see, but you know, there's still time. We could see a nice little pullback like this, and then a drop into 1800. Okay, so those are the only shorts I'm really looking at right now. Just some sort of confirmation and conviction to push us lower. That's what I'm looking for short scenarios. And then if I am going to go long on gold, I want to see 1875 break at least with a higher low above. You know, until that happens, I am comfortably bearish on gold. No problem. I'm not going to force it because again, this chop sucks, guys. This is just annoying as hell. Not great to trade. 40 pips, so not even a good range, really. You know, just chop. So we need a little more conviction on this before we make a move. But you know, maybe when the U.S. dollar settles a little bit, maybe we'll see more volume coming out of gold. But we'll see. We'll see. So not much here. Not much here on gold. So that's all I've covered for you guys. All I prepared for you guys, rather. So quick recap: I covered DXY, AU, AJ, UJ, EJ, and gold. Real quick, UJ looks like it's peaking. It's peaking, guys. Uh-oh.
Little UJ. Yeah, I'm about to hop on because we've got a bunch of stuff for the people in the signals. There's obviously a trade out right now, so we're gonna cover that. And there's a bunch of other trades that we're gonna cover in a second.
All right, so you can share up. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. But
let's see.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That looks pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing, pass off to Angelo. I'll take over chat now.
All right, cool. Guys, just confirm in the chat if you can see my screen. I just shared up right now. And again, if you didn't get in on the giveaway yet, I dropped the link in there. All you got to do is go follow that dude. Again, he's one of our members, so go follow him. So we're currently in this trade in GJ right now. We actually entered right around this area. So we entered kind of at this low right here. Price is shooting back up, rejecting this moving average. So let's just cover real quick what is going on with GJ. What are we gonna do with this pair right now? So on the weekly time frame, as you guys can see on the weekly, we're all the way up at this high point right now. Things have been bullish as fuck up until this point. Last week popped up, right into this monthly level. So this resistance level is what we're looking to reject right now. If we look left right here, you could see you've got all this rejection previously from this level, this 143,700 level. That's currently where we're at. So let's just go down time frames here. And again, guys, just to reiterate, GJ gonna reject and tank. Should we place another sell? Yeah, no, I just placed another sell order on there, on the rejection. That's why I'm covering it right now. I saw earlier there was someone that said, dude, can you post in the chat box? How long is it? Someone said, how long does it take you to learn about Forex? You have a mentor. We'll cover that at the end of the session. All right, cool. Hope I'm lucky one. So as you can see at the top here, guys, we're starting to get a lot of rejection, wicks, this spinning top candle yesterday. Today, we're starting to consolidate. So this is all just signs of reversal here. Whether it's going to topple over now, is yet to be seen. I mean, the New York session just opened and the thing opened very bullish, but I do anticipate this thing to push down. If anything, what we're getting now is just a better opportunity to enter as it pops up. Obviously, if it This 1 hour trend is bearish. You know, we're forming lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we just popped up from this low. So pretty much, guys, until this level breaks, this 143,620 level, this is our previous lower high right here. We're still going to look for short opportunities. We're popping up right now, showing signs of rejection. I just entered another little order right here. Ultimately, what we're going to target, we were to bring on our fibs like this is what I'm talking about. If I were to actually analyze this and bring things onto the chart for everyone, we've got the supply zone up here. We've got the Fibonacci. We're hitting 61.8 right now. We're rejecting. This is obviously a big resistance level. If we just look left right here, this level is tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So this is a serious level that's coming into. So if it starts to reject this strongly, this would certainly pour over. We still have some room that I could push up to. And these are just going to be better opportunities to enter. So we're certainly very bearish on GJ. This is kind of just a bonus pair that we're going over for today. I'm gonna cover all the major pairs. We're gonna start with DXY again. This thing's been climbing, very aggressively over the last week, for the beginning of this week at least. You can see how this week opened up very bullish, following candle very bullish. Pretty much what I was looking for is if we were to hold above 91. That's what we're currently testing right now. As long as we hold above this level, this thing's going to continue to remain pretty bullish. So let's go down to the 4 hour. 4 hour again, just in this very bullish trend all the way up at this high right now. We're sort of double topping right here, but keep in mind, if we want any of these major pairs to move, we're about to go over them in a second, it's going to correlate very closely with Dixie. So if Dixie starts moving up, it's very well going to correlate with, for example, let's take a look at UCAD. This was some analysis from early in the week. Let's just take this off. Is there a surety in passing the exams? We'll go over that too later. So guys, whatever me and Nick analyze, we'll start on the weekly and we'll just work our way down. So going into this week, we talked about we're at this low right here. This thing is forming spinning tops, all these wicks, doji candle, finally got some bullish momentum to kick in. And this thing pushed up a little bit again. It's finding a lot of resistance. But we just worked down to a time frame where we could see actual structure. So down to the daily, we could see we have this low, this lower high, this new low, all that consolidation is all those doji candles. And then we popped up. We're currently rejecting resistance. Look how yesterday's candle formed. We're starting to consolidate in this area. I want to break this down a bit further to see like what the fuck's going on in this area. And pretty much, this is what's going on. We broke this trend line, pushed up to this new high. Now we're consolidating. We're above 61.8. We hit support 1, 2, 3 times. Starting to form this lower high here. So if anything, the way that UCAD's looking at the moment, it's looking as though it's going to push down a bit right now. It certainly had this like doji candle or spinning top candle form. This level, it keeps being retested. So this thing could push down. If we do get a push down into this level, we'll look for buys again right in this zone. And again, if the thing about Dixie, so if the dollar pushes up, that would mean USD CAD would push up, as we just covered with the dollar. The dollar is very overextended. It's double topping. It could start to push down. That would validate this trade pushing downward. So we're going to keep that in mind when looking at USD CAD. Let's bump over to GU. This is one that's been falling off the entire week. For the people in the signals, that trade that we put out last night was very, quick, and it kind of just happened. I happened to wake up and just see the opportunity and just put it out there. But pretty much what's going on with this one, let's just bump up to the weekly. This thing's so overextended at the weekly time frame. Last week had this doji form, all these wicks hitting this level, this like 137, 200 level. And as we just work down time frames, the daily is in this ascending channel, so this thing's been moving up higher and higher. But look how price action's been forming just right now. Bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle, bullish candle, bearish candle. So the sellers are certainly here. They're stepping in. We'll see if we can break lower. I'm going to go to the 4 hour. So 4 hour is really where, we're coming to a serious level right now. We've got support hit here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times hitting support here. Could this thing push a bit higher before selling off? I do believe that the pound is going to continue to sell off. It's going to continue to head lower. but it could come up a little bit higher right now. So as we come down to the 1 hour, this was the sell that we took yesterday. We took it right from here to this low. Let's see if we can get pips on here. It was about 40 pips, you know, is what was called on the move. Now it's coming back up to retest this area. So this is the level that needs to hold right now. We've got the 200 right there. The moving averages that me and Nick use are always the 200, the 18, the 8. Everyone always asks, you know, what moving averages. Guys, just look at the chart while we're doing the live call. Literally, it's on the call the entire time. Could you guys probably extend the premium signals for a week? No, I'm actually going to announce at the end of this call what we're going to do with the signals because there's literally so many people in them right now for free. So we're going to talk about that at the end of the call. Yeah, so you're just going to reject and tank frequency. So yeah, I mean, right now in GU, I'm just pretty much looking to see how it comes up into this level, and then I'm going to continue to take shorts, you know, into this level. The 200 is kind of the last line of defense. These red and blue moving averages, the 8 and 18, these are more like intraday type or trend type indicators. So as you can see, we're red over blue at the moment. It could push up a bit higher. If we start to reject this level again, we're going to take short opportunities. We're going to put stops like pretty much above this level at about 20 pips. We'll start targeting lower on this one, and the risk reward will be pretty good. If it starts to break this level, this thing could go bullish all the way back into this high. So just keep that in mind. If we break this 200 and break this level, this thing's going to shoot up at least 40 pips, potentially even higher, up to 60 pips. And then I'll look to sell this thing again. This thing's not going to go higher than this level. This level has put itself pretty solid as resistance right now. It's hit this level multiple times and rejected it. So again, you know, we're gonna see what happens. Again, Nick was talking about the range on EJ. We're in a range on GU as well. We're certainly in a range. The only reason I'm trying to short now is look how we just formed price action in this area. We had this bearish engulfing and then this bearish candle with no wick at the bottom here. So we're starting to form price action a little bit different as opposed to all these previous levels. Previously, a lot of wicks, rejection of this level. Now we're starting to really, that candle closure with no wick is a telling sign right here. So right now we're coming back, probably trying to grab buyers. I'm still going to look to sell. So that's my bias for now on GU. Let's go over to NU. Let's clean this up a bit. Let's move up to the daily. Let's move all the way up to the weekly time frame. I'm just going to take a couple of these things off. This was all from the Sunday analysis. Take this off. All right, so weekly time frame, we're at this resistance level right here. You know, what catches my eye is this bearish engulfing candle. So obviously, huge bearish engulfing candle right there, telling me more sellers than buyers stepping in. We are still above the moving averages, so I am still being a little patient on this. But down to the daily, again, what catches my eyes is bearish engulfing. So huge bearish engulfing candle. Started to get these like doji type candles, which to me, and then this inverted hammer. So to me, that's like, okay, we're going to push up again. So as we push up, we're going to look for sells. As I come down to the 4 hour, the 4 hour is bearish in the sense that we broke this level. This is like my random line I have here. I'm just going to cover real quick. I'm going to remove this. I always do this at least one time during the live call. I just cover, this is how we teach market structure. So I'm just going to go through like a little example for you guys. I'll bring on this little path tool and I'll just trace out the entire trend. If I'm not sure of market structure, if I'm struggling with identifying it, you know, I know a lot of people are, I'll just use this. This is kind of a little trick, you know, for you guys on how to actually mark down market structure. So I will trace all of this out right here, and then I'll come on and I'll take off the candlesticks right here, because I know for a lot of you beginners, you're like, oh, there's so much shit going on the charts right now. So how we draw down market structure, we'll use the fibs, start from this previous low, come up to this high. We come down to around the 38.2 level. I'm going to just draw this more cleanly. Come down to 38.2. That's our first level we're looking at for market structure. As soon as it hits that, that's our first high or low. Pushes up, retest zero. Once we break this level, guys, we're still in an uptrend. And then once we break this 0% level, we're going to refib. We're going to come up here, refib to this high. As you can see, we came down to 38.2, pushed up again. That becomes our new high or low. And then look what happens here. We come up, make the new high, then we break support. At this point, the trend breaks. This is now from an uptrend to a downtrend. So I'm looking to flip my fibs, look for that first sell opportunity, and then it never finds resistance. It just pushes higher. And this is why people get confused. It pushes higher, makes a new high. So I flip it over again. Now we're at a new higher high. We hit 38.2 right here. We push to a new high. So we're in an uptrend again. Bring on the fibs. New high right here. Test 100% level. Form that high or low. Push up. Then we break. This is where we're currently at right now. I've got my fibs drawn like this. I actually moved them over. We broke support. Made this new low. Pulled back. Tested 88.6 twice. Pushed down. Pulled back. Tested 78.6. Now we're pulling back again. So this is what I'm focused on, is really this level, just based on that little like beginners type example. That's the level that I'm focused on right now. And as you could see, we came up into this level, and then let's see here, we move your fib. No moving fibs at 23.6. That's why I don't even have 23.6 on the chart right now. So we came up to this level, evening star right here. This is a bearish confirmation for me. We have multiple confirmations: 78.6 resistance, evening star. I could bump down to the 30-minute. How is 30-minute price action forming? This was that push down. Now we're on the pullback right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking for a sell. I'm going to be looking for a sell opportunity. If you wanted to sell now, I would throw stops all the way above this high at about 30 pips. Start to target this low, which is going to be 2 to 1. I mean, your first target would be about 30 pips. You could really target around this level first, the 200-day. But, if you wanted for it to wait, it could come up again right now and retest this level again. But that's up to you. You'd have a little bit wider stops. If you were to short right now, you could get in a little earlier. If you were to wait, the stops would become a bit tighter. You would be able to have like 20 pip stops. If it does come up into this level, it could come up even higher. It could retest this high right here. And in that case, then you would have 15 pip stops. So multiple opportunities to sell right now on NU. Looking to get in on this. So that's a call that we're going to potentially give out if it does confirm. I'm just going to put the 2 little opportunities here. So let's hop over next to EU. Let's go up to the weekly time frame right now. Boom. So the weekly. So EU has obviously been selling off this week, and we've been looking for this. We've been looking for the sell off. For the in the live call, if you were on Sunday, we covered the sell off. Coming down to the daily, as you can see on the weekly right there. How I trade is I have these quarterly levels. Someone said, "Oh, you use quarters theory." Like, I didn't even realize it, but essentially I do. I mark these levels on the weekly time frame, or the monthly and the weekly. They're about like 1,000 pips apart. So anywhere from 500 pips to 1,000 pips. If you could see, this level right here is about a little bit closer. This one's about 460 pips. So it really just depends on the pair. When we came up to this high, look at the wicks, telling me, okay, resistance, a lot of wicks, time to sell off. Huge bearish candle, no wick on this retracements, was nice entries. And then coming down to the daily. Overall, the daily is bullish. We pushed up, made this high. Now we're in a retracement pulling back, but there's no support until this level. There's no support until this 61.8 is hit, around 19,580. So we're looking for this thing to push much lower, down to the 4-hour. 4-hour time frame, broke trend all the way up here, pushed to this low, pulled back. You know what I mean? Let's get this, push to this low, pulled back. This was like a 38.2. Now we pushed again to a new low, pulled back, actually formed like a head and shoulders pattern right here. So we came up, this left shoulder, this head, this right shoulder, broke the right shoulder, just started to dump off, never even retested right there. And this is where we're currently at. Remember, we move our fibs once we break the 0% level. So we just broke the 0% level. We're bearish on multiple time frames right now. So all I need to do is go to the lower time frame because it's trending. It's trending very bearish right now. Go to the lower time frame. This is some lower risk opportunities. We have this previous lower high. Obviously it's trending lower highs, lower low, or lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So if it comes up, it could come up all the way up into that high, and we're still looking for shorts, guys. We're still looking for shorts. So we'll see with EU. I'm still looking to short this. If it breaks this level, as the 4-hour will start to show us, we'll still be in a downtrend on the 4-hour, but that just means that we'll start to move our way up to some sort of resistance level. Could be this level, could be this level. Two levels that it could find resistance at is right there. So then I would start to buy into those levels if I wanted to like counter trend trade. So EU looking to short at the moment, just looking to see some rejection here, and I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna step in. So let's go over to USEF. This thing's been pushing up, and we covered this again on Sunday. So weekly time frame. If I look left, we have this support level. Based on support here, support here, support there. Never was broken. Look at the wick. Wick that level. That told me, okay, the buyers got the best price possible. Now they're ready to move higher. And you see this bullish price action there, bearish candle, fails to engulf, bullish price action there, very overextended. So it's like, where's our next resistance level? All the way up here, which is pushing into at the moment. Coming down to the daily, very bearish, guys. Pushed down to this low, pulled back, pushed down to this low, pulled back. So early in the week, we were talking about two potential scenarios on this. We were either looking for the break. I'm just going to delete this. We're either looking for the break above this level in the retest or the break below this level in the retest on the higher time frame. As you can see, this thing just boogied. This thing took off, bullish engulfing, never saw the retest. Thing just went higher. And I mean, look at the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame was very bearish, and then it actually broke. I had more. If I did that little example on this pair, this is where I would mark down a break of resistance, a break of structure right there. This is how I would have had my fibs drawn from this low to this high. So this to me would have been bullish. We just started consolidating within this range over and over. We could have started taking buy opportunities down here after this bullish engulfing, after this bullish engulfing, multiple potential buy opportunities on this. So at the moment, I do think this thing's going to continue higher and test all the way up into this level, about 30 more pips or so. The dollar is pretty strong right now, so we're going to see with that. And then I just want to cover UJ again because it's in an interesting spot. There's some trades that are on with this right now. I do believe that this thing will come down, but we'll see when. It might come up and retest another level first. So weekly time frame, this has been bearish for quite some time, and now we're pushing up. We're pushing up. Moving averages are crossing. So the bulls are stepping in. The bulls are definitely stepping in. Daily time frame broke trends right here. So this entire bearish trend is breaking to the upside, realistically. Now we can see here, we're starting to slow up. We're starting to see some deceleration. So ultimately, long term, I'm looking to buy this. Short term, based on this, all these wicks, this price action, we're not exactly rejecting some serious resistance yet. The resistance is up here where I have this drawn, like 105, 300. I'm currently up 20 pips on a buy.
At 200 right there too.
You think it will continue? Can you touch on G? I don't know. We don't really trade GA too much, to be honest.
No, but if you that account he just shouted out in the beginning, though, if you want GA, that's literally all GA. So go to that.
Yeah, that account in the beginning, all he trades is GA. So again, I do want to short UJ. At the same time, this level looks more prominent to me. This 105, 300 level. It looks as though it could continue higher into that level. Yes, we just got this bearish engulfing, pulled back, and it's starting to turn over a bit, but we haven't really broken structure yet. We haven't really broken anything. If I were to draw like a trend line, it's not really the prettiest thing in the world. Like, it's just bullish. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We need to, at the minimum, break this. Once this thing is broken, you could take a breakout style entry on this one and just start to short the fuck out of this to the downside, like Nick covered. Gold has activated itself. So that's all the the pairs that I'm going to go over, guys, again, just to recap, we have this UCAD, what's going on with this, things pulling back right now, as we covered. Then we have GU, things pushing up into this level. We'll see if we can get a sell out of this one.
Careful on gold. There's a huge wick that just formed. So I
On
mean,
gold.
somebody's sending short now, but just be patient. Gold's
Yeah, GJ's pushing up right now. Then we have NU, again, still looking for shorts, but it's going to push up. Whether we get the shorts now or higher, we'll see. And then we have EU coming up again from this bottom right here, going to look for shorts. USEF, expecting this thing to push higher. It is starting to form some price action there. And then UJ, we'll see. It has to break this support level for us to actually short this. So guys, just to make an announcement, for the signals room, yes, it is free this week. Everyone that's in there is obviously, we're all having a good time. We've taken some trades. They haven't all been wins. There has been some losses. But at the end of the day, guys, I see some people in there, they're like, oh, I blew my account. Like, just use risk management. Even if it's like 5%, if you're that, like, you're trying to be risky and you're risking 5%, at least be consistent with risking 5%. You know what I mean? Like, don't risk 5% one trade, 1% the next trade, like 2% the following trade.
Because if you're doing that, it doesn't really matter what signals group you go to or where you're getting trades from. It's never going to end well. There has to be some sort of plan. That's why with our signals, again, one of the only people that do this, one of the only communities that do this, we'll actually give you guys a risk management plan. We'll give you your own course just for signals, because we want you guys to make money while taking signals, not just jump in there for a monthly subscription like some of these other people. That's not the point of this. If anything, it's supposed to be a learning tool. You can see how we make these trades, how you can reverse engineer them. We'll take you through it, and you can see how we manage it, etc. So yeah,
for sure. I mean, like we got into a GU buy yesterday early. It pushed down, and we just waited, and it came up. We closed that entry. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got to stop being so instant gratifying. Like, you got to realize that the people that make money in trading lose. Like, that's it. The people that make money, guys, lose a lot, like, realistically. But the point is, when they win, they hold the trades, they let the winners run, you know what I mean? And they show up, so they take the next trade. Like, if your account gets blown, bro, you're out the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. If you're blowing accounts, guys, maybe just take a step back, go to a demo, learn a little more, jump on more live sessions, be a little more active in chat and communities. Just learn more, develop the skill. It's not about making $1 million tomorrow. It's about becoming a good trader in a, relatively short period of time. That's the focus.
Yeah, I mean, me and Nick have seen it all. Like, we've seen someone take our course, not just our course. He's taken other courses too, but
right.
That's the theme. Everyone will take different courses and stuff, and literally, they will. Since there was a guy that had a 95% losing.
There's a few guys like that. There's a couple guys like that, but guys, that's not relative to you. How are you going to count one person out of 7 billion and say, like, this, hold on to that success story? That's not really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
y'all gotta find what works for you. Half the reason that you guys are taking signals and you're like shit in your pants is because the signal is based on how someone else interprets a situation. So you take the signal, and if it doesn't go into profits, you don't know the confirmations, like, you don't know what's going on. So instantly you're like, fuck. When you got to realize, like, okay, have a plan. Even if you're taking signals, have a plan. Like, there's people that just take signals that do really well. And why? It's because they go into it having a plan. They let the trades ride out. You know what I mean? They analyze how they're trading, and they potentially take profits at different points than they even are. Like, you guys have to, like Nick said, like, signals really is about learning. It's about education. Like, we're giving you trades, you're giving you entries, you're seeing where someone's thinking about entering, you're getting that transparency. You know what I mean? We're not robots. Like, I literally give the signals myself. I'm in the chat. You know what I mean? I'm putting out the trades. We have another person. He's going to join live calls soon. He gives trades as well. You know what I mean? And it's about the risk reward. Like, use risk management. It's about the risk reward. I know everyone sees, like, GameStop, normal people flip $500 into like 20,000. Like, guys, the someone once said, if you're given money and you don't earn it, you're gonna lose it. Like, that's it. So that 20 grand that person made, I bet they spend it right away. They're not gonna reinvest. grow that money because they don't know how to. So even if you get
Exactly.
handed 10 bands, like you're gonna just spend it all in a couple months. Like they say, every lottery winner ends up broke. It's because they don't
Yep.
have the
It's a
mentality.
behavioral issue.
Yeah,
It's a behavioral issue. It's not a money issue. It's you have to be prepared to get that type of income, and there's preparation that leads up to that. You know, you can't just get $1 million off a single trade and you're the best trader in the world. Even if you did make 10K on GME, whatever, GameStop, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll never do it again. So that's where this all comes in.
yeah, yeah. So just wanted to like share some psychology notes in here. Like me and Nick are certainly, we're in the chats, and our other trader, we're giving the signals ourselves. You know what I mean? We're fighting a war out here. That's why we're showing the all the graphics with the kingdom, the knights, and everything. Like we're certainly fighting a war out here. But just don't overcomplicate things. Don't
Right.
risk your whole account on one trade because you guys are gonna blow it. Like you're gonna blow it, and if you're taking signals, you're much, put it this way, if you're taking signals and you're entering trades, you already know a lot more than the average person about
Right.
Forex and about trading. So it's certainly not impossible for you to continue to develop that skill. And that should be your goal. It should be your goal to develop the skill, to get funded, you know what I mean? To make money. Like that should be the goal for you guys.
Now, I know a lot of people here are thinking about these signals and they're saying, oh, it's a monthly subscription, this and that, or I don't want to pay, and then I'm just learning, I want to make it. The good part about our community, we're literally the only people that do this, is our course is a one-time fee and you get signals for life. So that's why we're really focusing and driving home that learning aspect. It's a tool where you guys should be learning and earning, or just developing your skill, taking trades on a demo alongside us, or whatever it is. We're removing that pressure where you guys can just go at your own pace, and we're here to support you guys along that.
Yeah, I mean, guys, it's not an easy game. One thing I will say though is about people who want to avoid fees. One, if you have no money, I mean, realistically, there's a lot of free material out there. We give a lot of free material between the Instagrams, the YouTube, these sessions that we're doing that are free. We give a ton of free resources for you guys to learn from. And guys, if you don't have money, like I'm sorry, get a job. Like get a job and work. Like why would you not get a job and raise enough money to then think about it like this? You're investing in these companies, these random companies. You're investing in random cryptos. Like you're investing in random courses. Like guys, think about it in like this. You are the company. You reinvest in yourself. What is your ROI? What are you projecting your internal ROI to be in a couple years? You know what I mean? Stop investing in this random company, this random thing. Invest in yourself. Buy books. Eat food, good food. Buy a gym membership. Like buy a better computer. You know what I mean? Like buy something that will help you in your journey to have a good bit, like a successful business. You know what I mean? But yeah, man said get a job. Yeah, like guys, don't be out here in the DMs like, can I get 100 Bitcoin? Like, bro, go fuck yourself. Like, no one's gonna give you anything because I'm sorry, like the world we live in is run by capitalists. Like, it's not run by it's not that's not the way the world works.
Not
Unfortunately,
run
there's
by
no
Homo.
handouts. There's no handouts in America. You work and you get paid. You know what I mean? The people that work the hardest or work the smartest, realistically, are the ones that get paid. So if you have no money, bro, literally go sling newspapers, fucking sling coconuts, do some
Whatever you got to
bullshit.
do.
Yeah,
Scam
don't
someone.
scam people. You know why you don't
Don't do
scam people,
that.
guys? Because the reality of scamming people is, I don't want to get too far into like energy type shit, whatever. But guys, just don't scam people. Like
Yeah, it's bad.
it's
Bad.
karma. Like
Exactly.
think about
Even
it
if
like
you
this:
really,
if you slash someone's tire, and then 3 years from now they find out you slashed their tire, all of a sudden you have someone coming at your head thinking about how you're a douchebag, and
right.
and that's not like, you don't want that type of energy. You want
No.
people to be like, this dude's a good person. They mention
Right.
your name in conversations. That's how all this shit happens, guys. Like it's not energy. It's like if someone believes you're a good person and works hard, they might mention your name to someone else, create an opportunity for you. You know what I mean? Like that's the reality of what's going on in the universe. It's not like pixie dust. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like
it's so much more rewarding and beneficial for your mindset too if you just do it legitimately. You'll get more satisfaction out of it. Like it's just don't scam people. Just don't scam people. That's the bottom line. That's bad.
Yeah, and just reinvest in yourself, guys. Even if it's $10, if you buy a book for $10 and you learn 10 things from that book, and then you have a conversation, and you can put input into that conversation from the book you read, and then that person believes you're more valuable. There is your return on investment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just be more open minded to what could potentially the opportunities that could come from just working on yourself. Or is it fine to combine CCI? I have no idea what CCI and stock.
So it's just, yeah, it's just an indicator. So you can use whatever indicators work for you. Again, we don't really use oscillators, or any other indicator, honestly, other than MAs and Fibs. But we're just naked traders for the most part. But again, I mean, I've used stochastics in the past. I've seen people who use indicators in conjunction with just regular price action trading, and it works fine. Whatever you like to use. CCI will work too. You could use that if you want, but yeah. Again, we don't really. I'm not going to tell you to use any of those indicators because I don't use them.
Yeah, no. I mean, me and Nick, we sell a course. Why do me and Nick sell a course? One, me and Nick bought courses on the internet. Nick learned from YouTube. Someone asked earlier, learned from a bunch of various sources. I actually bought a course from someone on Instagram, and that's how I learned 3 years ago. And we realized, we were like, okay, how can we further implant ourselves into the industry? We love trading. In my opinion, you can't master something unless you teach it. If you're teaching something constantly, you're going to achieve a level of mastery. So I was like, I want to reinforce all these concepts all the time. Again, this is America. This is money. Like, there's always going to be people that are better than you. There's always going to be people that are beginners. We're not the experts, guys. Like, we are just people that are at achieved a certain level of success. There are people above ourselves with more success, and there's people that are below us that are looking up to us to then teach them to get to the level that we are at. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. You could be a beginner and know how to set up Forex or set up MT4 and all these different things, and you're valuable. Like, stop underrating what your value really is.
Yeah, no, honestly, well said. That's well said. But yeah, so this turned into a little mindset training, guys. Brought to you by Forex League.
Brought to you by Forex.
Yeah. So that's maybe we'll start doing a little more of that. I like these chats, guys. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, just to wrap up. So I'm gonna come over again. Nick said, the lifetime membership. We don't want to shove this stuff down your throats because it's already all out there. But the membership is, one-time fee. You get the course. Everything's included. The signals, the account management. I dropped a video to update the account management yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, just go watch that. This guy, do you guys ever sleep? No, I already told you last night in the chat, bro. If you're sleeping, you're missing out. Like, that's it. We don't sleep. You guys are so positive.
We're vampires.
You let us know what you drink on a daily basis. I drink tequila, bro. That's what we drink on a daily basis.
30-minute REM cycle, Brian. 30 minutes of sleep.
Not gonna lie, Brian. I've been getting into the REM cycle, bro. I've been in and out. It's very nice.
Dude, it's that lime water or whatever the hell you're drinking.
I slept and missed out on signals. True, no sleep. Love the positive energy. Says yeah. So yeah, we appreciate the support for sure. And everyone that's in the signals, what we're gonna do is it's not gonna be free after this week because at the end of the day, this is a business, guys. The amount of work that we're doing. If it was free, I would be just telling you guys to go fuck yourselves because we're literally working so hard, like it's insane. So yeah, I mean, it's normally $75 a month. I'm gonna do 50% off, so it's $37.50 a month. We're gonna let some people join in that want to get in on it. So I'm gonna drop details on that in the Telegram. That's where you can sign up for it. What's up with the notifications? Signal for the chat. I have no idea what you're talking about. Limewater has alkaline, bro. It's that good shit, bro. Yeah, man. That's it, bro. That's it.
He knows.
Thanks for knows. Great. Love you. Yeah, no, we appreciate all the love.
Yeah, guys.
And yeah, the giveaway winner. Let me just pull up real quick. I'm just gonna go into the main chat. I'm just gonna literally close my eyes and pick a winner because I just don't give a fuck at the end of the day. So we're gonna get someone settled up. $35 to you. Let me just pull it up. We got mad shit in here. We went a little over today. This will be posted on YouTube too. We recorded this. You guys.
Yeah, exactly. This is fully recorded. I know somebody. Who was it? Somebody wanted something repeated. For notes. Yeah, it's all recorded, guys.
No fucking repeats.
You say it once and that's it.
Yeah.
You don't repeat yourself.
Sorry if you need any advice in something.
Oh, Tia's a doctor. I didn't close my eyes.
I'm gonna close my eyes. Are you ready?
I really understand.
We're gonna pick a winner. Hold on. I just picked someone named Angela. Hold on. Okay. All right. This person's the winner. I don't know if you guys can see. His name is Yomasi Gonzalez.
Show the screen. This one.
He's the winner.
Left.
Hold on. You are the winner. What they say?
Oh no, I was asking you to hold it up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just gonna post in the chat.
Okay.
You are the winner. Right, so we have a winner for the giveaway. We try to do the giveaways on basically every session. If I come in here, let me just pull up real quick. We'll go into the chat. Here we go. Yomasi Gonzalez is the winner, guys. So thank you all for participating, for following my dude.
Rigged.
Meridian Trading or whatever the hell his name is.
Wait, haven't you won? Raymond, haven't you won before?
Easy $35. Raymond, is he even here? I mean, bro, he's somewhere. Don't worry about where
he's won a few times. He's saying rigged.
Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself.
Oh shit. Yeah, guys. So that's just a little. We do that every once a week or so. So yeah.
Listen, if you're getting a diploma, kudos to you, and you're helping people. Honestly, I said it earlier, guys. There's no shame in having a job. You know what I mean? If you don't make money through your side business or whatever, don't live in a fantasy land, and do not fucking collect paychecks from the government.
Right. I mean, listen, I was learning to trade and working full time for like 2 years before I went full time. So like, guys, it takes some time. You can balance it. I was going to school. I was in college. I was working a full-time job, and I was learning to trade. So guys, it's possible.
Yeah. I was learning for 27 years, 25 years. From when I was 1 year old, I was learning to trade. And then I finally went full-time at 25. It took me 25 years, guys.
Patience, guys. Patience. That's the moral of this story.
Yeah, patience. I mean, over 100K a year and still trading can never earn too much. You got to.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. Sure. But again, that's
all right. Choose this field. Boss. I'm making an auto copier for Telegram. Yeah, no, we're gonna have so everyone that's missing the signals in the chat, we're gonna have a copier that's gonna help you guys out with that. I'll put some more details. Again, if you want in on the signals, guys, if you want to join for the new price, all you got to do is go into that message bot that's in here. So we just posted it, Forex League message. You can come in there. So I'm gonna click that. This message will pop up with all of our fucking things. We got the Telegram, the free course, the Discord. If you're on the Discord, I'm gonna open that up soon. You just click here, signals. You come in here, plans, and then here you go, guys. You got 50% off, monthly sale, $37. If you want to get in, now's the time. And for the people in the free before the end of the week, this will be just running for this week, and then next week it'll go back to 75. And that's pretty much it. So hope you guys have a good rest of the day. We'll be back on Sunday. I need to play.
Hey guys, it's our next session. So enjoy the rest of the week. Get some good trades out there. Jump in chat, pop in, say what's up, guys. We'll be there. We'll be lurking around on some chats and stuff. So
much love, fam. We'll talk soon.
Hell yeah, guys. Peace.